pretty simple day. Today's Thursday. If you're listening to this on Spotify, welcome. This is the DDFM show number 14. The last show that we did was 14, but it wasn't that good, so we're redoing number 14 with a better topic. And today's topic is, have you ever been to a motorcycle show? So when it comes to like a motorcycle show, what I'm talking about is like AZ Bike Week, where there's like a bunch of motorcycles that get together. There's either rewards or awards for, like the best wrap bike, the most vintage bike, the best restored bike. There you go. Stuff like that. Have you ever been to a show like that? So I'm kind of waiting for the chat to pop in and see what shows they've been to and what kind of interesting things have happened. What kind of interesting bikes have happened? What's the one thing that sticks out for you when you've been to one of these shows? And while I'm letting the chat here on YouTube come up with their stuff, I'm going to be reading your guys' stuff, by the way. So while you guys come up with your stuff, I'm going to come up with mine. And the first thing that kind of pops into my head when it comes to a show was that when I went to AZ Bike Week in 2018, that was the most motorcycles I've ever seen in one place. It was the most vendors I've seen in one place. It was there was like an indoor section. It was in Scottsdale, and there's this big indoor section, and they had these giant ramps inside. So it was insane, and I guess they were doing motocross, and then over to the other side where they had all the horse stables and like some horse stuff, like it's like where you do a rodeo. They had flat track going on. So AZ Bike was really cool and really interesting, and they also had bands playing. But I was there for one full day, and Vance and Hines had this huge truck. I believe Saddlemen and Mustang Fastback seat, or Mustang Seats, not Fastback. I have the Fastback, but Mustang Seats had some really cool stuff. There was just like a bunch of cool vendors. Burley Brand was there. It was really cool. So the one thing that really stood out for me is that there was a ton of different types of bikes. But once again, it was mostly like cruisers, but still there was a ton of different bikes. And there's a ton of different people. I mean, there's a bunch of people there that were there for the girls, the showgirls. You could tell. And then there was a bunch of people there that wanted to see specific things. Like some people wanted to go see the dealers. Some people wanted to go see the, Vance and Hines. They were doing installs of exhausts, so they showed up there on purpose to get their exhaust installed. And I think if you bought the exhaust, you got it for free there. And then there were some people that were there just to see what's up. It's almost like a convention for like Comic-Con and a few other things. VidCon, and then there's CES and all these other things, to kind of see what's new out there and kind of see what your bike would look like. Because I'm gonna keep bringing up Vance and Hines because I was there partly because of them, and they had a bunch of really cool merchandise out there, and then they had like 12 different bikes with different exhausts. So I mean, you could actually get to see what your bike could possibly look like with the exhaust, and that's not something you normally see on the internet. I mean, you kind of see it on the internet, but I mean, we all know once you see it in person, it's a little bit different. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I would love to hear you guys' stories. I'm going to bring up some more of that stuff because I really enjoyed the flat track, so I'll get back to the flat track a little bit. And if it's not necessarily a story about a motorcycle show, once again, it's perfectly fine to intersect it with any type of beginner tips. If you have any questions about anything that's going on, I would love to hear it. And we're just here having a conversation. So I see Richie Rich says, "What's up, Dan? I'm going to take the MSF course in a couple weeks. Any tips?" So first things first, make sure you have the prereqs done. So make sure you know how to ride a bicycle, and then make sure you bring what your course recommends or what they're requiring. What we recommend and what we require, and I believe all MSF requires this, is that you're going to need to have at least a long sleeve, at least durable pants. So no like slick leggings and anything like that. Make sure you get some jeans or some type of actually good durable pants, and then closed-toed shoes. Don't get like don't make sure you don't bring like tennis shoes. I mean, they would do fine, but some places they're like, no, I need you to have like a boot style shoe. So as long as they're not like Crocs. I mean, that's technically a closed-toed shoe. If it is a shoe, it's like a closed-toe sandal. Don't show up in Crocs. Show up in actual shoes. And then, so that's first of all to get the prereqs done. Second of all, have fun. Just have fun. Once you did the prereqs, after that you're there to have fun. Have fun. Learn how to do what you need to do. Don't take yourself too seriously. You're not going to be an expert at the end of the class, but you're going to have a ton of knowledge. And trust me, it's a lot to digest. So let it digest, let it simmer, but absorb it in the first place. Let's see. Do I have JBL? So Tiger Lindley, I guess you're talking about, yeah, the Cardo systems. Mine doesn't have the JBL speakers, and I don't use the speakers themselves. I actually have the speakers taken out, and I use headphones. So it's a little bit easier. What's up, Jake from State Farm, the first DDFM YouTube member in the house? How you doing, man? The reason why he's green is because he clicked that join button right next to the subscribe button and became a member. Thank you. Appreciate it. Listening in Ireland, it's 1 a.m. there. Oh, damn, dude. Mark Schaefer, tip of the day. Make sure you know where. Why was it deleted by Notbot? Okay. That's weird. Nightbot, you need to stop. I'm deleting Nightbot. It's I'm gonna remove the moderator. There you go. Nightbot is no longer moderator. Not the machine is not doing well, so you should be back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Tip of the day, make sure you know where your controls are on your bike. LOL, very important. Yeah, definitely, especially the engine cutoff switch and everything like that. Man, this is Nightbot. You know, Nightbot, you're dumb. You're gone. Nightbot is gone. 8:03 p.m. Eastern. Dan Shea, my Cena 20s is stripped all to hell, and I would like a new style. All I do is use the music and phone. I've never linked with anybody. Any suggestions? I would get a Cardo Freecom. Cardo Freecom will get you what you need, and then it can still hook up with somebody. But the Cardo Freecom, just for phone and music, that's all you're really going to need. I think there's the Cardo Freecom 4, but obviously 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think Cardo Freecom 2 is good. But the 4 is obviously a little bit more, and you get a little bit more features. Then you can kind of jump into the whole Pack Talk Slim, the Pack Talk, Bold, all these other things. But I'm actually on board with Cardo more so than Cena nowadays. Jake from State Farm 94 went to the International Motorcycle Show back in November of 2018 when they showed up to Dallas. Found a lot of amazing bikes that you like. So how did that go, man? So what you're talking about is the IMS show. And I actually did some coverage of it. I didn't get to go. I would love to go one of these days. And I just covered some of the bikes that I thought were interesting. The Husqvarna Svitbilin, I believe that's how you call it. That was something I've been following for a while, and that's from the EICMA, the IMS, the Progressive Show, all those things. I was really interested in that. So I mean, it's a cool thing to see prototype bikes at these shows. That's what I like to talk about is the good thing about these motorcycle shows is that you get to see prototypes. You get to see these companies come out with some really cool things. Just like CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show. I've been to one of them, and it is amazing. It is badass. You get to see all the cool new tech. You get to see all these different lighting. I mean, of course, they talk about mainly the consumer market stuff, but when you actually go to these shows, you see the business-to-business type stuff. So you see like specialized lighting, specialized, mechanical stuff that no consumer is really going to get, but it's mainly just going to be like, how can I relate it to motorcycles? So it'd be like something that somebody created just for the dealership to help show them. So let's say if you go to one of these things and could be quite possibly like this really cool thing that somebody designed for a dealer to have their bike rotate or something. It's just really cool things like that. Stuff that really dealers would like, or people that own businesses that deal with motorcycles and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see the behind the scenes on some of this stuff and get some ideas. So that's been really cool. I get my Yamaha 650 in 2 weeks. My uncle's getting an exact duplicate. Nice, dude. Nice. George Vega got a Z650 super naked bike, bro. Just have to say thank you for your constant take a course. Finished my course last weekend. So KL Adventures, how did you like it? Did you have a lot of fun, man? Gingerbeard, I don't ride a katana. Austin, hey, nice to see you in here again. I've never been to a rally or show. I'd like to go to some, not many in Missouri. Yeah, that's another thing. That's one of those other things that there is an issue when it comes to motorcycle shows, is that they try their best to make sure that they're centrally located or in an area where people generally go to. So there's a lot of them in like LA, a lot of them in Vegas, New York, Texas, stuff like that. So you're gonna have to go and travel. That's kind of segue into, if you look below right here where it says see me on April 27th, that's the 520 Moto Show. I'm actually gonna have my own setup pop-up tent there. I'm a sponsor of this show, and I would really love it if you guys could make it out. If you guys could come down here to Tucson April 27th. I'll be there from 6 a.m. till probably 6 p.m. I'll be there for a full 12 hours. I think the doors open at 9:30, but you can enter your bike into the actual show. It's all inclusive, so if you show up with a sport bike, if you show up with a cruiser, whatever it is, I believe it's $15 to enter your show, but there's a discount to do it. There's a discount to get $5 off, and I believe it's a Gimme 5, GIMME5. I'll have to double check on that, but ask me, join the Discord, ask me, and I'll get that information for you so you can get $10 off. But it's $15, and everything that goes towards the show, everything that goes, all the money, all the stuff that goes towards the show. 520 Moto Alliance, 520 as in Tucson area code. They are focused on all-inclusive motorcycle safety, being a part of something, and that's what I am all about. So that's why I'm really pushing this, and I'm going to be there. That's why, I'm going to be there all day. I'm actually going to go to the site. Whoa, Quentin Webb just became a patron. Thank you so much. Everyone give him a heck yeah, boys, in the chat. Thank you so much, boy. But I'll be there. I'm going to go up there this weekend. I'm going to get some drone footage and everything, so that way I can show you guys exactly what's so cool about this. We had a huge parking lot. It's Bear Canyon Brewery. It's basically a bunch of pizza, a bunch of calzones. You got a bunch of different beers, and they got a beer garden, or they got a fence that goes all around the parking lot, so you don't have to just drink it just in the restaurant. You can walk around the bikes with the beer in your hand, or with as long as you buy it there. There's a bunch of cool stuff, and I know that this almost sounds like a plug. Well, it kind of is, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I want this to be something that is successful, because once again, they are a nonprofit, and they are pushing motorcycle safety and inclusivity. So there's going to be a ton of motorcycles. It's going to be a ton of fun. So April 27th, mark it on your calendars. If you can make it down from Phoenix, you can make it down anywhere and make it to Tucson for that one day. Swing on by. I will literally be there all day. I will be there all day. It's already on my calendar. It's bookmarked. I'm not making any plans for that day. It'd be nice to meet you guys. And if you show up, you're going to get some free buttons. I got some free buttons that I still have. I have like 3 bags full. Get some free buttons, some DDFM buttons, and some DDFM swag. All right, guys. All right. So let me while I was talking about that, let me look at some of this stuff here that you guys have written in the chat. Jake from State Farm 94 with the mustache. Bike companies that show up were Harley, Indian, Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Can-Am, KTM, and Zero Cycle. And you're talking about the IMS show. Yeah, Zero Cycle, I'm really interested in some of their stuff. It's crazy how that they're able to like kind of be a part of a lot of that stuff, because like these big guys are pretty much they own the market. So Zero, I'm really interested, because obviously they are zero emissions. Their battery, it's like the Tesla. Tesla's gonna be like the Kleenex of electric cars. You know what I mean? You say Kleenex, you don't say tissue very often. So I'm wondering who's gonna take over that for motorcycles. So Zero Motorcycles might be something like that, but they have some really cool stuff, and I'm really interested to maybe get my hands on one of them. Honestly, like if I want to get the FTR 1200, the Indian FTR 1200, but like if I was going to have a secondary motorcycle that I just really wanted to mess around on and kind of get an idea of things, I would love to get an electric dirt bike. I think that'd be awesome. Let's see. You can access engine easier, naked plugs. Yep. What seat would you recommend for a rider that suffers from piles? Shoot. You could definitely get a custom seat from one of these companies, especially if you ask them. They want your business, but you're gonna have to be spending a little bit extra. I heard Saddlemen are very comfortable. Adam Modark, that's your MSF weekend. No, I fell in love with several bikes there. Harley Sport Glide, that's a great bike. Indian Scout Bobber, another great bike. The Honda CB300 and Grom, the Kawasaki Vulcan S Z125, KTM Super Duke. Those are all good bikes. Those are all fun-looking bikes and probably fun to ride. I've been to a few car shows that had a bunch of bikes as well. Not sure if that's considered a bike show, though. Might be able to make it to the 520 Motor Show. Nice, Bob. Yeah, there's like a cars and coffee type thing that happens here. I think it's the first Saturday or first Sunday of the month down here in Tucson. And there's a ton of cool cars. And there's some people that do bring their motorcycles. Usually the ones that bring their motorcycles to these car shows are more of a retro type thing. I think that's really cool. I'm a big fan of retro motorcycles. And another thing that really just popped into my head right now is that the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is a motorcycle group ride that's obviously for charity, but I mean, like, they're pretty exclusive when it comes to what you do. But that's kind of one of the cool things, that you get to see a bunch of retro motorcycles, retro everything. But it is exclusive, so that's one of the things that I kind of stayed away from the DGR recently, and just been focusing on Movember for the fundraising. Just because now my bike isn't a part of it, my bike isn't a cafe Sportster. It's I don't know, it's got a sissy bar saddlebag, so it's a Sportster now. So I'm gonna be really focusing on more so this 520 Moto Show, especially if it's gonna be an annual thing. I'll just be doing that from now on. I'll probably just put my bike in the cruiser thing and then see if I win. Highly doubt it, but I'm having a lot of fun with the bike. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Suzuki had a bike I really enjoyed as well, but I don't remember the model. Okay. I'd love to check out some of the Texas stuff. Seems like they have a lot of cool shows and stuff down there. Yeah, definitely check out a show. That's the thing, is I recommend going down to the show, because a lot of those vendors, they do a lot of custom stuff. So if you bring something, let's say they do like a custom jacket, like they'll embroider your jacket, or you can get a custom seat made right there, and then you could pretty much negotiate prices. That's not something that a lot of people do, is that you can this is one of those things, it's like a swap meet almost, where you can negotiate your price if you really want to try it. So it's really cool. It's a nice atmosphere. It's a really cool atmosphere. These big shows do have a lot of security too, so they're real things. They're not like you're going to a bike night where it's just up to the restaurant, or wherever it's at, and it's mainly just like, let's say it's a Harley bike night. Well, it's like the hog group shows up, and you show up, and you're like, I don't know if I like it, and maybe some people act out and act a little crazy, and you don't feel so safe, so you leave. These big shows like AZ Bike Week, it's a legit show to where, and I'm not saying the Harley bike nights and stuff are not legit shows. They're bike nights. They're for people to get together. So this is a different atmosphere. The bike, or the AZ Bike Week and the bike shows, you're gonna have like big time vendors there. You're gonna have this big area like dedicated to it. So obviously these big vendors do not want things to get messed up, so they're gonna have security. It's gonna be relatively safe, like no weapons or anything like that. So you're gonna have a good time, and you don't have to worry about a lot of these crazy things. Because I know as a new rider, might be a little intimidated to go to a show like this. So this is a good chance to check it out. I honestly had way more fun at AZ Bike Week just walking around than I did mingling and trying to like meet people at regular bike shows and stuff like that. I have a 16 Iron 83 that I want to make a scrambler out of from El Paso. That would be a badass bike, dude. I made mine a scrambler. I had a 1200. Wish we had good motorcycle only shows in our near Alabama. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff. You just have to kind of look for it. Any plans on coming to California, Richie Rich? I have plans to travel the country. The goal is to have 500 patrons. That will allow me to budget everything. Speaking of which, we got to update the Patreon count because we got a patron. So let's update it. So right now we have 277 of 500 patrons. The goal is to travel the actual country with a truck and trailer and my bike, and then come meet you guys, hang out, and do some fun stuff. Teach you guys some basic everything. It'll be great. Let's see. Have you seen REVZILLA's 883 build? No, I have not. Louis Venegas. please post the link in the Discord. That'd be awesome. So that way everybody can see it too. I have my Discord open on my screen over here, so I'll click it if you post it in the lounge. Solo seat recommendations. Look at a Saddleman. I'm really want to get Saddleman. I've only heard good things about them, so I will recommend them. I don't have one personally, but the Great Egret has one, and he loves his. And so he's another YouTuber that I recommend. You should check out the Great Egret. There was also a one-off company that showed up that's based out of Louisiana called Confederate Motorcycles. They're extremely unique and custom. I think I've seen them before. Yeah, I think I've seen them before. They're like crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. That still takes money, though. Don't have a whole lot of disposable money. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. I'm not intimidated. I'm most comfortable around bikers than I am with normal people. That's good, then. That's good, then, because you're going to like any show that you're a part of, then. Me personally, with the anxiety and everything, I feel more comfortable around the vendors. Like when I go to a show, like a bike night, it's basically just like, it's mainly at a restaurant. So like a bike night is mainly at a restaurant where everyone just kind of gets together. There's like maybe the Indian, the Harley, maybe like a sport bike company that shows up there with a tent. They kind of show one or two bikes of theirs. They have like a little raffle. You can sign up with your email, and you can get like, you know, a koozie or a kickstand plate. So that's kind of pretty much it, and you're at a restaurant, so you go eat, and that's why the restaurant kind of blocks off everything so that you can eat and drink there, so you can give them business. That's kind of what it's at. So if you don't show up with any friends or anything like that, you're kind of like there to break the ice with others and mingle with others. So that can get kind of crazy for some people. See you later, Jake. See you, man. Yeah, Luis Venegas posted in the Discord. The Discord is absolutely free. I'd love to have you a part of that. Where's it at? Here's the link. So guys, I'm gonna post the link in the chat to the Discord. The Discord's absolutely free. That way, everyone on the Discord, we have 1,000 members on the Discord, so it'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, it's pretty hard to mingle for somebody with like my anxieties and stuff like that. So when it comes to the actual big bike shows, I can always retreat towards like one of the vendors and like ask them a question or just look at bikes and stuff like that. I don't really have to deal with anybody. Yeah, no problem, Luis. No problem. You be safe, Jake. Very upsetting call from Motorsports. My baby has a blown head gasket. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Ginger. Gingerbeard 600. Sorry about that, man. I really am. So what kind of shows? What shows is everyone going to? What shows is everyone going to this year? What plans does everyone have? Like I said, my plans, I have a show that I'll be going to April 27th here in Tucson. So if anybody wants to come down to Tucson April 27th, pretty much all day, Bear Canyon Brewery, and or I think it's Bear Canyon Pizza. I've been saying that wrong this whole time. I'm really bad. Actually, you know, I have the flyer. I posted it on Takeover Chair. Let's see. Bear Canyon Pizza. I've been saying brewery. I posted this on Instagram. So, guys, April 27th, 10 a.m. at Bear Canyon Pizza, Tonka Verde and Catalina Highway. Definitely swing by and show up. It's going to be badass. I have all the information on my Instagram. So, 520 Moto Show, I'll be there. It's going to be a blast. You really want my boots? The chair's not a great sidekick. See you later, John. Yeah, guys, I'll be there. I'll be there all day. I need to get myself a 10x10 tent. I need to get myself one of those. I would love to get it custom embroidered and all that stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. But let me know what show you guys are going to. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see you guys at maybe some of these shows. Maybe we're going to be going to a show that you're going to, or I'm going to go to a show that you're probably going to go to, or maybe we're going to find somebody in the chat that is going to go to the same show that you're going to, and you guys can go hang out and be like, this is the DDFM crew, bruh. DDFM crew. So let's see. Let's see. What's up, Nat? How you doing? Nat X. Luis Venegas. I'm a first-time rider. Only been riding a year. I mostly do just bike nights and local runs. So do you ride by yourself? Do you ride by yourself? Dan, I think they do. I think no, there is a, one second, let me look. I'm pretty sure Tucson Motorcycle Rentals, because I think one of these Big Boys Toys motorcycle rentals, they do rentals, and I know that they sponsor, or they're partnered with Ride Arizona MTC. So here, Big Boys, I'm gonna post it in the Discord at Dan SHEA. There you go. I just linked you to it. All right. I heard about the rally in Missouri that happens in the Lake of the Ozarks area. That'd be cool. Luis Venegas, I ride alone. Yeah, I ride alone for the most part. I mean, when I ride, I'm doing videos. I'm making videos. That's kind of what I'm doing. That's all I do. When I do ride with others, it's with the DDFM crew. We have a local Tucson crew out here that we go riding. They actually ride pretty much every weekend. But I mean, that just because you can't make it out doesn't mean that there's other people out there that won't go riding with you. So once you go and do a few rides out in public, and another great way to figure this out is to go to the Discord. But meet some people, find some people, see how they are. You know, really ride with people that you like. Don't ride with people that you just because they ride. Does that make sense? That's right. You have us wherever you go. That's why on my thing, on my sticker in my magnet says you'll never ride alone, bruh. Never ride alone. I don't know anyone around me who rides. That could be an issue. That could be an issue. And that was one of the issues I had in Tucson. Once again, guys. Saturday, April 27th, 10 a.m. Bear Canyon Pizza. Tucson's premier motorcycle event, free to the public. So even if you don't want to put your bike in the show, you are free to enter. Just walk in. There's no cover charge at the front of the door. Just come on down, hang out, get yourself a pizza at Bear Canyon Pizza. Get yourself a beer or some soda or water or whatever it is. And if you did ride down, we're right next to Mount Lemmon. Okay, right next to Mount Lemmon. That is one of the most beautiful rides that you're going to ever be on. Nadax, hey, hi, I need help. I'm not sure what to get for my first bike on the road. I'm thinking MT125 or KTM Duke 125. Both are great bikes. Are you getting a 125? I'm assuming because you're in Europe, and that's the max you can go in CCs. Let me know. I know it's a 20-second delay on the chat when I speak. So the best way you can get some really good information from that, Nat X, is to go into the Discord. And I keep pushing the Discord because, guys, I do these shows Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so I do these shows Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is my opportunity to talk to you and hang out with you. But remember, on like all day today, all day tomorrow, pretty much every day of the week, I skim through the Discord. I pop in every once in a while. It's a big chat room where you can kind of get a hold of me 24/7 basically. Please respect my when I'm trying to sleep. But you could private message me. I didn't block that off, so when you're able to private message me, it's a little bit easier to get a hold of me that way. I know a lot of people try to get a hold of me on Instagram, but that's just too hard to function with. So I really just stick with the Patreon. I will answer your question. I will reply to your comment. I will answer your private message. That will happen. On Discord, I'll get to it as quick as I can, but those are the only two that I really focus on. I actually turned off messaging on my Facebook, and I don't really respond to Instagram at all, just because it's too much. Just too much. Yeah, you're in the UK. So you try to find a used bike, man. Especially if you're gonna be moving up. Find yourself a used bike, and you'll be good to go with that. But both of them are great. The MT 125 and the KTM Duke 125. Basically, whatever's in your budget. At the beginning, what you're gonna want to do is definitely get the gear. So that's more so I'd be looking at gear. The bike is the bike is the bike. It's just gonna be there until you decide you want to get a bigger bike or a better bike, especially at the 125 level. And then, but the thing is, once you move from that bike to the new bike, you're still gonna have the same gear. So get yourself some good gear. That's more important. I'm going to a show in Long Beach, the LBC, in November. Will you be there? Long Beach in November? I don't think I have anything planned out that far. What show is that? Yeah, Rolling Thunder. That's going. I think this is gonna be the last year it's Rolling Thunder. Yeah, guys, link to the Discord right there. I just posted it in the chat, and then all the links are in the description if you just scroll up a little bit. I know a lot of you guys are on your phones. But yeah, I have all the links in the description. I have links to my Patreon, everybody. If you'd like to support the Patreon, we got a new member just today. So thank you, Quentin Webb, for becoming a new patron. So if you would like to support the channel and support what we do here at DanDanTheFireman, please swing by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. That'd be great. I took a 40-mile ride yesterday through some old back roads and a road by a bunch of farms. Loved it. That's my kind of riding. Yeah, that's my kind of riding too, man. I love, if you notice in a lot of my videos, I just take like these nice, easy, straight roads where it's just relaxing. That's because I'm doing I'm talking on the camera, and I need to focus on the content, and at the same time I need to focus on, I got Dan Shea's knife right here, focus on the traffic. So I need to have something that's, less risk involved. So I pick these nice, easy roads, and when I'm not filming and I still have to do these nice, easy roads, it's still wonderful. If I want to go crazy and ride, I'll pick a different road. Did you install dual sport tires yourself? If so, was the rear a pain? No, I didn't install them myself. I got them installed at Indian Motorcycle Tucson. I got them installed there. I'm sure it might have been a pain because it was a different size. It was really weird. They don't make dual sports tires for Sportsters that have a 16-inch rear. They really only make dual sport tires for like 17 and 18-inch, which is kind of a bummer. Quentin Webb, my bike is down. Currently hearing several riding by my house. Sorry to hear that, man, but thank you for becoming a patron. Yeah, I can get all the gear, but the bikes are around 4,200 euros. Or pounds. Oh my gosh, that's a lot for a 125. Progressive International Motorcycle Show in Long Beach. Kelly, that might be something I'm gonna do. International IMS Long Beach. Heck yeah, that might be something I want to do. Yeah, November 16th to the 18th. Yeah, dude. Let me look it up. I'm looking it up right now. So what he's talking about is Progressive International Motorcycle Shows. I would love to. Let me see how far it is from here. I mean, it's probably like 8 hours. I would love to go to that. I've always wanted to go to the bigger shows, especially like that. Yeah, let's go from home. Let's see how far this really is. 7 hours and 45 minutes. Not bad, especially if I truck and trailer it. Hopefully I get to 500 patrons by then, because then I could truck and trailer it. If not, I'll just drive. Actually, riding a motorcycle wouldn't be that bad. It's 514 miles from where I'm at. So it's a little over 1,000 miles round trip. That's not bad. I could definitely, Kelly, I'm gonna put that on my calendar. I'm gonna look more into it and see what I can budget for that. But if you guys really want to, that'd be kind of cool for a meetup in November, right? I think that'd be kind of cool for a meetup in Long Beach or LA area, for a meetup. What do you guys say about that? Now that we're talking about shows, and Kelly got me interested in the IMS in Long Beach. I didn't realize it was gonna be right there. Because Progressive, I've been doing. Here's another thing, guys. I really want to talk to you guys about motorcycle insurance and stuff, and Progressive is actually the number one. And yeah. Oh wow, this is new rider course in partnership with Zero Motorcycles. Oh my gosh. Wheelie experience, guys. I'm going. I'm sorry. I'm going. So change the subject, everybody. November 16th to the 18th, the Progressive International Motorcycle Shows in Long Beach. I am going to put in motion to go. So if you're in California and you're in the LA Long Beach area, or you're in San Diego and want to travel up there, I think we can make something happen. I want to go for my own personal love of motorcycles and see all these cool things, but if I could stay there for 3 days and get and budget it and able to budget it, I would definitely like to do some sort of a meetup. So I think that'd be really fun. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Kelly. But I really wanted to, because I do a lot of videos from the information that come out of the IMS for the past few years. And I would really love to just show up and get my own video, do my own thing. I think that'd be fun. Let me get back to this. Do you know if it's possible to tune the Rebel to run like the CBR? I don't know if you can, Bob. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. You have to Stavos Garage. You have to stay for the FTR. That's what I'm trying to do. Gingerbeard 600, you're in the Discord now? Yeah, boy. I see you, Big Red, man. Big Red, welcome, Big Red. That's awesome. Let's see. Dude, the Dan SHEA knife is... Look how badass it is. I love it. Love it. So this, guys, if you don't know why I have all the stuff here, is that I have the SHEA knife, the badass knife, okay? And then I also have my nightlight. It changes colors. It has a little, it's badass. It's LED. But these things were given to me. These things were sent to me to my P.O. box. See this big wide open area, guys? You see this big wide open area? I plan on putting shelving. I'm going to probably get some more, like a really big cubby thing, and so that I can put like a helmet in there, some cool stuff in there. But I'm going to have plenty of room for things that you guys sent in. So if you want to send anything in, if you want to have it over here and be a part of the show, help decorate, because I suck at decorating. If you want to help out and be a part of that, swing on by and send something over to the P.O. box, okay? And it'll be a part of the show, okay? I think it'll be a lot of fun. So right now, all I have is... One second. Right now, all I have is my helmet and then, like, my gear. So I just have my gear and my helmet. That's pretty much all I have. If you want to send me a decent chair that doesn't squeak, that'd be great, too. I love this chair, though. It was a gift from my wife, so hopefully she's listening to this and not taking it bad. But it's super comfy. I sit in this thing all day, so there's actually some office chairs that I want to get. Anyways. Let's see. Did I see the Discord chat? Oh, and once again, Quentin, thank you. Thank you. Let's see. My brother had some scary shit happen to him while he was riding. He had a guy pull a gun on him in front of his wife and kids. Wow. I didn't see that chat, man. That's insane. If the ride isn't feasible, Southwest is cheap. Yeah, that's true. But I would love to bring the bike, And I love driving. And that's one of the things is that I can drive through Yuma where I used to live and visit my family. So I could take a multi-day trip and just visit my family and stuff. So it's another reason to go through there. You know what I mean? Kylan, Lomonaco, it's not super far. Dude, I think we might have something here, guys. What do you guys think? November? It's nice weather. November's nice weather. It's a good time to ride. And it's going to be about motor. I think that'd be fun. And another thing is that if I do it, if I do go, I wouldn't want to go by myself. I'd love to bring the family. So I'd probably drive. You know what I mean? Is there room for a good bottle of tequila? Of course there is, man. There will be room for a good bottle of tequila. I don't know if you can send alcohol through a P.O. box, though. That's the problem. That's the problem. Pin up pics of your fans and their bikes. Gingerbeard 600. Yes, if you guys, and I have something very similar to that. And I don't want it to be a part of a paywall, but it's part of the DDFM crew wall. So DDFMcrew.com, there's a DDFM crew Hall of Fame. So if you are a $5 member, so Quentin, you just became a $5 patron. So send me a picture, whatever picture you want, to be on the wall, the DDFM crew wall, and that'll be up there forever. So if you ever drop your patronage, it stays up there. I'm never gonna take it down. Once I have like 6 people that recently just became DDFM crew members, and like nobody hardly ever sends me their pictures. It's part of your guys' perks. So make sure you guys send me your perk or your picture on Discord, private message me, and I can get it up there within the day. For usually if I'm next to the computer. So I'd love to do it. And if you do have a picture, maybe like a little note attached to it, I would love to have a certain spot just for you guys' pictures, and then like another spot with shelving so I can put, I think I accidentally turned this. So I can put like stuff like the motorcycle night light to it, because it's really cool. Because once I turn off all the lights and I get ready for bed, this thing, I let it just go and it lights up the room. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. My buddy lost the tip of his finger cleaning his chain a few weeks. What? How? Why was the bike on? Holy crap. Oh, he got himself a 9mm. That's nice, dude. I got an EDC. Tango 47, you didn't know that? So yeah, guys, if you are a $5 patron, okay, and that's a great way to donate to the channel, and you're getting us closer to the 500 patrons where I can start traveling. You get a bunch of perks, guys. Check your perks out. There's a bunch of stuff that gets sent to you saying, hey, this is what you get. You get access to the DDFM crew manual, which is 12 plus parking lot exercises for $1. You get the whole website is built around you guys. Okay, so I have a separate website that I pay for just for you guys, and you get access to it. It's password protected, so make sure if you have trouble finding the password, it should be pretty easy because the lock screen says to get the password, click here, and it'll send you to the post on Patreon. Only patrons can get. So $1 a month, $5 a month, Dan Shea and a few others. I mean, Dan Shea is a freaking legend. You guys will see what that's all about. But for $20 a month, you get your name in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the description, which right now you can see it in the description. And then in my actual videos, when I'm gonna change it now to where I used to have DanDanTheFireman is sponsored by, Get Lord Cycles. I got a Get Lord Cycles shirt. I still recommend them. But I used to have it for like all these other things. Not anymore. From now on, for the future of my videos, until like I do, unless I do like a brand video where they say you can't do that. It's gonna be all my DanDanTheFireman videos are gonna be sponsored by the patrons. So it's gonna show, it's a $20 perk. So it's going to show you there. So I'm actually working on that. So you guys are sponsoring all my videos. So thank you. But yeah, I definitely want to go. I want to go to the IMS show. I'm going to talk to Nikki about that. Since it's that far out, it's something that I could easily figure out. Multi-day pass available for $15 a day with in and out privileges for the exhibit. Okay. Motorcycle parking is free. So I definitely would love to ride. So they have the IMS at Long Beach, New York, Dallas, Texas, Cleveland, Ohio, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Washington, D.C., and Chicago. The one in Dallas, when is that one? Oh, that one already happened. January 4th. Oh, the Long Beach one. Are you sure it's in November, Kelly? Because I see November 16th to the 18th, 2018. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure they have it every year. Is it like pretty much every year in Long Beach? They don't have the schedule up yet, so I'm gonna actually put my email in. So if they do it every year, then I'm sure it's gonna happen. So I'm staying connected. I got I signed up. Let's see. Boom boom. Yeah, I mean there's some good shows. I mean, you got Washington D.C., New York. There's one in there's New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Washington D.C. I mean, I know it's not Florida. You sent me a picture on Instagram of the finger. All right, I'll take a look at that. See you later, Nat. He wasn't thinking, but it's on his Instagram. He was cleaning his chain with a rag, and it got caught and went into the sprocket while it was on his new nickname is Nubs. Oh, man, that sucks. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. I'm going to have to start dealing with it, though, because Nikki's bike is the, it's a chain. It's a chain. So tomorrow, you guys want to know what tomorrow's video is all about? Since you guys are still in here, tomorrow's video, it's gonna be about motorcycle dangers, the risks, some 5 more risks that we take, and I go in a little bit more detail on some of these things. But I'm currently working on deadly road risks for motorcycle riders. That's gonna be going up tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then on top of that, I'm going to be talking about what you need to know about cruiser motorcycles and what not to wear. What? The South should have a lot since we can ride 4 seasons here. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about the South. You should be able to ride 4 seasons. But yeah, I got some stuff in the works. I can't wait. I cannot wait for you guys to see them. And once again, I'm kind of sorry to announce that I'm having to cancel the Wednesday shows for a while. That's just so I can get back on my feet and start working out and eating right and not having to focus so much on work. I can focus mainly on the quality of the work, and then I can focus on some home life stuff. I mean, home life is very important. That's something that I've kind of neglected for a little bit, so it'd be really nice to see that. Tucson Carnage. Toxic, you're in Tucson? Yo in Tucson, bruh? Guys, I just want to say thank you for stopping by the show. I'll be heading out. If you would like to support the channel, swing on by patreon.com. I'm going to be swinging out because I'm going to go ahead and make some dinner. I'm going to make myself some food. I'm going to eat a little bit. But if you would like to support the channel, what we do here, swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. $1 a month. Let's see if we can hit 280 by the end of the night. That's just 3 of you. That's $3 total for 3 of you. And each dollar does help a lot. It really does. It really, really, really does. And you get a bunch of perks for it. But I'm going to be heading out because I got to do some stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and relax a little bit with the families. But I just want you guys to know that I'm going to be looking at the Long Beach, California IMS show. I think that'd be really cool. I got a contact with Progressive. I would love to ask if they're doing this. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe be a part of the local Progressive MC. Did you guys know about that? Look up Progressive MC. They have their own motorcycle club. It's pretty cool. JT Wee, yeah boy. Yeah, so guys, I'll be heading out. Ian Van Dyke, this one will go up pretty soon. Don't worry. This video will go up. The 520 Moto Show is in Tucson, April 27th. Swing on by. The Progressive International Motorcycle Show will be in Long Beach, California in November. That one we can talk about some other time. But let's all meet up in Tucson Saturday, April 27th. If you want more information, I will post it in the Discord. Yeah, it's probably a riding. Yeah, it's a riding club. No problem, Kelly. I'm sure that they're gonna have one. Corey, I'd love to go to Arkansas, man. I'd love to. Just got to get those patrons, man. Got to get those patrons. I got to be able to budget. I can't basically leave the house and leave the bike. So if you want to help out, guys, swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. Yo.